Hello and welcome back to Let Supreme Ghost Thief. We're back to the Gems of Provenance campaign already. Mission 3, which is called City Public Waterworks. We're gonna load up the end of Widow's Ire and continue to the next one. This is all the missions in this campaign have held a pretty high quality, high level, but this probably ends up being my favorite so far. It's really neatly done. It has a very unique premise that I'll talk about as we go through. But I think it's cleverly made, and I like StinkyKitty's style. I'm getting used to it a little bit now, which doesn't mean that it's predictable, but it means that I appreciate the way that he designs his missions. And although it's pretty crudely made because it's just basic Thief 1 style, no maps, no briefings, just straight into design, and I like it. So this is an enjoyable one. So what we have so far: you returned home last night and found a letter under your door. Your next job is sooner than you thought. You're infiltrating the City Public Waterworks during open hours in search of a precursor amulet. It might be best to keep your blade dry this time. Don't kill any people. 3 months ago, the workers found a precursor temple. It's unclear how far underground it is, but find it. The hand mages believe the emblem of Lahotep is in this temple. Get to it before they do. The Public Waterworks is opening their new precursor museum tomorrow. It must be full of artifacts. Obtain 1,300 loot. Once your job is done, you need to get home and await the next message from Dorcas Goodfellow. Get back to the front entrance. Alright. We do have a note from Dorcas that we're going to read right away. We have 3 rope arrows, which is more than enough, and there is a maintenance key that can get you through several doors. I bought that the first time I played it just to have it, but you don't need that because there is a master key that we're going to try to get pretty early that will actually give you access to every door that is locked. So if those are available, you can get it for Supreme. That's always the best option. So let us save. Quick save, and then we can read that note. Dear Mr. Garrett, I've heard of your work, and I'm quite honored. T.A. Collector from Blackbrook is interested in your newly acquired gemstone. Unfortunately, he will not purchase unless you add 3 artifacts to the bargain. The artifacts are these: the emblem of Lahotep, the staff of the necromancer, and the sword of the builder's apprentice. I kind of assume that the other 2 here are going to be in the next mission, which I have not played. The item you must acquire next is the emblem of Lahotep. No doubt you have already heard of the City Public Waterworks and their recent discovery of an ancient precursor temple. They believe the last great priest, Lahotep, is buried there with a mystical gem. Unfortunately, your window of opportunity is brief. The hammers who are studying the temple got into a kerfuffle with the hand mages, who also desire to investigate the ruins. The high priest, for the sake of keeping peace, has decided to withdraw all hammer activity from the temple by tomorrow evening. The rest of the hand mages will arrive later that night. Your best window is noon tomorrow. Information on the other 2 artifacts can wait until the emblem of Lahotep is yours. You will know when you have it. You may refuse it if you wish, Mr. Garrett. Our contractor is a mysterious man, for not even I know who he is. But I know he is wealthy. The choice is yours. Okay. So we don't have much else. No lockpicks in any of these missions. Gas arrows we start with. Okay. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and get going here. So notice that every mission so far in this campaign has been daytime missions, which is kind of odd. So here we have, so CPWW.
They take all this stuff way too seriously.
Yeah, probably. So you can mantle over here. I'm not sure if you're supposed to. This was released in New Dark, so I guess you are. This, I think we can get in here if we had the maintenance key. We don't need it yet. We're going to listen to a conversation in the lobby between these 2 individuals. And I don't want to save and reload until both of them get to the end of their route afterwards, because otherwise this conversation restarts all over the time.
You'd never believe what happened today. I was buying greens, and the Deperan housekeeper just pushed by me and told the shopkeep to give her the last of the cress.
The nerve!
That's what I thought, too. Just because you work for the nobles, you don't have cause to be putting on airs.
Just so.
So this guy goes into the restroom and takes a leak, I assume, and then goes back and stations himself in one of the central areas close to the museum. So I'm not going to save and reload until he does that. So what I like about this mission is that the area that is a public museum, nobody alerts to you because you're just a visitor. But whenever you go to areas that are unauthorized, and it'll say through little plaques here and there, I'll show you those. Then, if anybody sees you there, you will get caught and they will attack you. So sometimes it's a little bit unintuitive where those areas are. I'll let you know and show you a couple of things, but most of the time it's pretty obvious, and I like that. So you don't have to worry about enemies until you are ready to go where you're supposed to be going. So yeah, this is then the public area. Let's read these. Dedicated to the Order of the Hammer. The Hammerite Order lost perhaps the most during the catastrophe. They were forced to build a new temple after the loss of the great cathedral. They were an integral part of building the wall around the lost area. Dedicated to those who came to our aid during the Old Quarter catastrophe. Dedicated to the Hand Brotherhood. During the catastrophe, a small group of Blackbrook mages came to our aid, contrary to the orders of their leaders. After the Old Quarter was sealed, they cut themselves off from the Blackbrook mages and formed their own home in Hightown. Dedicated to the Keepers. The secret sect came out of hiding during the crisis. They were responsible for sealing the evil away inside the lost cathedral. After the crisis, the sect disbanded, leaving behind an empty abbey and many unanswered questions. Then we have dedicated to the city's fallen. Many workers perished during the construction of the wall, but without them, the entire city would have been consumed by the plague. The widows and orphans will never forget these brave men, and neither shall we. Okay. In here there are 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. Nobody seems to alert to that, which is good. So this is sort of the cloak check room in here, I guess. There's a box with a ring. Worth 20, total 60. Let's see. In here, I think we're good to save and reload now. I hope so. You have toilets. You can't drop in here and get down to the underground area. We're going to run into some craymen though, and you cannot drop down here without getting alerted by those. So this is not a viable way, but I'll show it to you. And over here, there's another crayman. Continue here. This area we're going to see from another direction later. Let's see. I don't think you can go in there, or at least there isn't anything in there. Garrett gets a cue here, I think.
Nothing useful this way.
Yeah, you can't go through here. You're not supposed to. There's nothing up there. And we are going to come out. I'm going to show you at least the direction that you see there a little bit later. If you go this way, this is just the dead end. You can, dead end again. But then you can drop down to that ledge from above here. Let me see. Can you drop over here? Okay. So this is actually a pool of contaminated or polluted, dangerous water. This doesn't take you anywhere, and you die if you fall down there. There's a readable that describes that later on. Okay, so here, let's see. Yeah, make note of this area. We're going to get to that later. I think you can drop, cancel up here. And yeah, make note of this area too. Here's a spider, and in there should be a crayman at the end there. So there's a few ways around the premises here. You can't go through this door here. He protects it, so that's an unauthorized area that brings you into the bar. I find it weird how skinny this door is. Look at the door handle. Just uneasy. So this is a part of the museum. They're showcasing the public water station. So this is an area where people will react. Go down here, and people see you. They will come chasing. So you're not supposed to go over the fence there. Oh yeah. There's a guy stuck there. He's been stuck before. He doesn't... Wait. He does have a purse that we need, and nobody saw that. Worth 25, the total 85. He goes up and down the stairs there and back here. He doesn't really do anything else. Here's some food. And here is a copy of a clerk's office key. We do not need that, so we're not going to take it. You can go up on these levels here, but there's nothing interesting up there. See, we're not supposed to be up here, so she saw us. Just wanted to show you this is a little secret passageway that can take you into the clerk offices or the kitchen area.
You're dog meat!
So he saw me too. We're not supposed to be in here at all, let alone up in these shafts.
You'd never believe what happened today.
Oh, I can't stand
I was
that.
buying greens, and the Deparan housekeeper just pushed by me and told the shopkeeper
Leave those.
to give her the last of the cress.
So all visitors are welcome. That means we can go in
That's
here.
what I thought.
No problem. Okay, this is the clerk's office. This is the head clerk's office. And that is where the master key is found. And we can take the head clerk's office key from this guy without him seeing us. As long as we're out of...
Hammer's got it good. Just smash them flat with those things.
So he says that when you get close. I'm not sure if he's trying to talk to us or what he is, but this one we need then. And we need that because that accesses the safe where the master key is. Didn't alert to that. Let's read this. 1243. Item 1. Museum security is up and running. Everything is ready for tomorrow's grand opening except the display's information plates. Maintenance door was finally installed in the security room. Tell Branson that the alarm switch is only to turn the alarm off after it's already on. Item 2. Tomorrow the rest of the Hand Brotherhood team is arriving, and the last of the Hammerites are leaving. Honestly, I prefer this exchange. All we need is a hammer with a short temper, and we have a disaster on our hands. Some of these old pipes are quite fragile. Item 3. Guards must be vigilant day and night according to the protocol of war. I believe we have been diligent in this regard. One Blackbrook spy could poison the water system. This is also why the constable asked me to keep a watch on the hand mages due to their ties with the Blackbrook mages. Item 4. ring and lost and found box in the cloakroom. If no one claims it by the end of the week, I'll just have to give it to my darling Felicia. That's the one that we found. Item 5. Pipe burst near Old Quarter. Several blocks in that district demand our attention. Must look into funding soon. Item 6. One of our employees put an entire bag of Hebei salt in the testing bulkhead, supposing he could clean it faster. The water is too toxic to drain. We tried Hebei salt in a part of the old sewer system several years back, and that water is just as deadly now as it was then. The employee was turned over to the Baron's police for questioning. I know he's just another fool and no saboteur, but at least I won't have to deal with him anymore. So that's the pool that we saw. And there's another pool too, a cistern, that we have to dodge this kind of water in. Item 7. 2 employees have gone missing during the annual inspection of the old public works. My guess is the Crayman got them. I'll tell their families that they defected to Blackbrook. That way I can avoid any compensation fees. We know the emblem of Nlahotep is be buried with him. I posted a guard in the temple itself in case the mages tried to take it, but the mages don't seem to be after the emblem. What could it be? It's the rightful property of CPWW and belongs to me. Constable Word will back me up on it. The mages can do the dirty work of finding it. Perhaps it is more priceless than the emblem itself. Okay, let's unlock this. And we have to make sure that this guard is not facing us now, like that. But as long as we are behind here, he will not see us. 4 coins, gold stack, silver stack, 4 copper stacks, and they will not see us from the outside either. This is the master key that we need.
Look at this top. Hey.
So there he saw us now.
Look here.
Good. Now we can lock this. And we can leave. And now we can actually drop the head clerk's office key back right away. Because we can just block the safe door on our way out. And we can drop this by his feet and he doesn't care. Awesome. 182. Here are 2 Hamrites. I don't think say anything. And then there were 2 notices on the wall. Several break-ins were reported yesterday at the Gillis Manor. Haha, wonder who that was. This is surprising, stated Constable Word. The Gillis Manor is hundreds of feet underground, and Lady Gillis has had hired enough guards for her own personal army. Yet there have been 3 break-ins in the past week. 2 thieves were killed by Lady Gillis's hired mercenary. 1 body had been mouldering several days already. The body of the 2nd thief mysteriously disappeared a few hours later. There was no evidence as to who he was. A 3rd thief is believed to have made off with the now infamous Widow's Ire gemstone, since it is missing from the ruins of Mysteria. Indeed, it is missing. We expect it to turn up in some noble's private collection. Something he can brag about to his peers. If the other nobles get jealous enough, they report the piece of black market merchandise to the police. Happens all the time, said Inspector Pendon. The new Precursor Museum at the City Public Waterworks is set to open tomorrow to the public. It features many relics from the newly discovered Precursor Temple of Nlahotep, as well as modern cameras and alarm systems. Head Clerk Swede states that we know the last Emperor of the Precursors gave his High Priest Nlahotep a special gem emblem. It will be added to the museum's collection when it's found. Meanwhile, tensions are mounting as the Hand Brotherhood moves in to investigate the temple, irking the Hammerites who had already set up shop. However, they were told by the constable that the Hand Mages had just as much right as they to study the temple. The High Priest then ordered all Hammerite operations to cease and leave the site by this evening. We are grateful to the Hand Brotherhood for their aid during the catastrophe. I wish to ensure that gratitude remains. Okay. So this is then a central sort of dome area. That can take you down to the lower levels. There's an elevator here. And you can actually use the elevator by calling the button. I'll show you that. see. No admittance. We want to head in here because there's a piece of loot here. We gotta wait for this guard to come back. In this room there is nothing. Except for a switch that actually I think calls the elevator as well. Just some VATs in here. Okay, I don't want to get caught by him now, so I'll have to wait him out. There's a piece of loot and then there's a chest with a speed potion in this area. Speed potion in that, and then there's gear in this one, 212. There we go. That guy, the guard that was in there, also has an healing potion. If you're looking for all the pickpockets, you can take that. I am not. So here it says, please wait for descent. I'm just going to show you what's up here. I thought that was wood, but it wasn't. They don't seem to care you being up here. There's a carrot there, and this guy has another maintenance key, I think. So spending 500 to get that pre-mission is not worth it. There's a lot of copies. Okay, so we're now going to head into the museum. No admittance. Come for the City Public Waterworks grand opening of the Precursor Museum on 12/44. Let's see, so actually let us make a real save there. So last time I was able to just go right in here without him doing anything. Oh! I didn't know that he turned around, actually. I don't think I noticed that last time. There's also a camera in there that we have to dodge. No admittance. Come for the City Public Waterworks. Oh, I just read that, didn't I? Here's a camera. One of the old school ones. If you go in quickly, you can duck in underneath. There's another camera in here that we're going to dodge, too. There we go. Can dodge underneath that. I want to take a piece of loot in here. This rug, there's another camera right here. Right there. You can sort of see it. It's easiest to take this rug from this side. So this is then the Precursor Museum that is opening and not opened yet. So that rug was worth 150, and then we have two more artifacts here. This one is empty, I think. Total 402. There's a guy that can see us through here. We're gonna head. He did not see me. Now here is a secret door. This is a security room that was mentioned. You can see it in the light that sticks out. I didn't find this room until I was completely done with my ghost run, actually. I didn't find it, and that changed a little bit of my plans for this recording. I'll explain that. So we can use that key to open that. And here you have the display lights, which we're not allowed to turn off. And we have the museum alarm that we can trigger, I guess, or turn it off if it goes off. We've got two readables. The deities of air, fire, and water watch over the son of the earth Lahotep within its holy tomb. Pay homage to the deity of air, the deity of fire, and the deity of water. Pay homage again to the deity of water and the deity of fire, and homage the deity of water once more, for he is more jealous than his brothers. After which you may pay homage to Lahotep, son of the earth. So this is actually a hint to a puzzle that comes up later on. So I managed to solve that puzzle just by trial and error the first time. I thought that's what you were supposed to do. But then I realized when I was done with my mission that there actually was a hint to it. So this scroll we're actually going to bring along with us. We're going to use it for something later on. Here's another scroll that we can read. The Temple of Lahotep was an incredible sight. The walls were trimmed with painted wood, in colors of green and blue and gold and amber. A spectacular resting place for a beloved prophet. I was able to walk right up to his sarcophagus and pay homage. The prophet's emblem lay on top, a royal purple. It was like it sang to me. Then I was ushered on to pay homage to the high priestess and her 4 priests. Don't you think it's odd that they passed around the same time as the prophet? There. Leave that back there. So some image or some information on the temple entrance, the temple grounds. So that scroll we're going to bring with us. We're going to have to return that later on, but that's not going to be an issue. No cameras in here. Up here, let me show you something. Here there are 2 weird precursor cameras. I think they are just modified fire elementals, maybe? I'm not sure. But they move back and forth, and they stop when they see you. See? There. I'm not sure if that counts as an alert or anything like that, but it's a change in enemies, so I'm not going to go up this way. Actually going to go here. Grab this. And then we're going to take the artifact there. It can be a little bit tricky without getting caught by that camera. There, we did it. It did not stop, and it did not go off. So we took the blue gem worth 15 and this worth 20. So that's the best way I've found to get these. You can't really pass this whole hallway without getting caught by that camera there. So I want to get up now, but not use the main stairs, so we can get up by mantling up this statue here. And then furthermore up the railing. I think actually that was an alert, to be honest with you. So it sees you quickly there. Does it hear me too, maybe? I didn't think so. Now it's definitely not moving or changing. There are masks in there, but they are junk items. They're not valuable at all. So then we're going to move in here. To a balcony. Overlooks the courtyard downstairs, which we do not need to go down to right now. So now we're on the back side of the other one. Three more artifacts here, and that does not see us here. 497, and then we have one more piece of loot in this part of the museum. It's a sword right there. Worth 75 total, 572. There's a camera. Oh. The camera saw me there. There. Did not see us. Now it stopped. That camera stopped. Why did that stop? I can't really figure out. When they don't give any verbal cues, it's so difficult to know if they've seen you. That camera I've got to watch at all times here. I'm trying to mantle too here. If I mantle over here. Doesn't see me this far back, that's good. So now it stopped. Maybe it sees me over the railing here. I have to use hardcover then, I think. Camera moved there, I could see it. Now that stops again, that little camera. Can't really get a good gauge. Now the other camera sees me. Oof. So here we are safe. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so imagine how difficult this would be if we had come up the stairs on that side, had to go all the way over to this corner. So that's a no-no. Okay, I'm gonna drop back down. Here. There we go. Good, that's a fairly difficult section actually. Probably the most difficult area in the top floor. No cameras here. So now we come to the kitchen. We saw this guy from above earlier. Here's a fruit. Deer leg. Cucumber as well. And this guy is carrying a key to the clerk's office, which is this. But this door is unlocked, though. Okay. Sensory light. These crystals are found in several rooms in the Precursor Temple. When you enter the room, the light is turned on, as if by magic. These mechanical orbs were found wandering the Precursor Temple. We are not sure of their true function. One theory is that they watched over the dead in case they ever rose again. So that's the orbs that we tried to fool upstairs. Here's a readable. I need help, Mason. The grand opening of the museum is tomorrow, and the sign maker has only a few plaques done. Perhaps we could do guided tours. Let's discuss it over lunch at Zello's Brewery down the road. Builder knows I need a strong drink right now. I can't believe everyone else got the day off but us. This will take you out straight across from the head clerk's office. And here is a copy of the courtyard key, which we do not need. There are 2 stacks of copper coins. Now we gotta follow this guy right here. I think there's maybe a second fruit in one of the cabinets upstairs. Fruits are very useful for stacking. Of course, they're good for healing too, if you want to do such a thing. Hide in here. This is where we came out when we used that secret passageway. Get in here. Here are 2 guys that are smoking. A lot. They're smoking so much that they don't even notice if we take their purses. So 2 purses worth 85 total, 667. To the next room here. It's a lounge with 2 women. A blue jar. This takes us out to the courtyard.
Look at this!
And she will see us there, so we won't go there. So now we have 717. That's correct. And in here in the bar, we're going to take a couple pieces of loot. And actually sneak along the bar counter without him seeing us. He will alert us. Bottle of wine. 2 goblets. We're gonna go out that way. This guy should turn. There we go. And then we have a green base here as well. Total 847. He does alert us if he would normally second alert. He will alert.
What's all this?
Oh, he actually saw me too.
12 tricky tappers took their tea at 2 today. 12 ticky-tacky... impossible.
There we go. And in this room there is a bottle of wine. Total 897. So then we can head out. We're done basically with the top floor now of the entire waterworks station. We're going to listen to a conversation now.
The guys that clean the sewers, keep the pumps working and all that, I hear they've been vanishing. Poof. Turning up and missing bits and pieces. Like their heads.
What? Creepy.
Bet we don't get to count on flushing anything much longer.
There we go. That swordsman there has another copy of the courtyard key, which works on the doors in and out of the courtyard, obviously, which is through that archway. There's one thing up here that I want to show you. They don't like us being up here. Here's an open window, and there are 4 mines that you can grab. You can actually go in there if you need that for some reason. We're gonna actually head back to the main entrance now and head downstairs. Okay, so then we can press the button, go in, and the guy up top should press his button, and then we'll go down. So now, we are not going to take this elevator back up, so we need to... There we go. You have to go in there for it to be triggered. I wanted to send it back up. This guy has a copy of another maintenance key. So now we have a couple of areas here that we can talk about. First we have this area. No admittance, so you cannot get in there. You have to nudge him out of the way, or you have to blackjack him. Can't go there. This way here we can go. Let me show you, it's difficult. If you don't mantle up there, you're gonna get crushed. And that will take us to the other side of the area with the spider and the crayman that I showed you before. Can't go there. So we really are forced in this direction. Pretty much. This is the area that I showed you from above earlier, where you can drop down. You are going to get caught if you're in there. And this says no admittance. So we have to find a different way in there. Let's see. I'm actually a little bit unsure right now where we go. Oh yeah, of course. This way.
Remember back when you were saying the Baron would never marry?
Yeah, I'm still saying it.
This Felicia, he's serious about.
And what do you know about the Baron's romances anyway?
My sister, she works for a lady who does Felicia's dresses.
Oh, like Felicia knows if the Baron's serious.
I think these are unused conversations from Thief 1 or Thief 2 that have been implemented. It's nice. Here, the dreaded crayman caught in the old sewers here at CPWW. Mind your distance. So there's the crayman. You can actually free him.
There's an intruder in the building.
And he rewards you with 2 gas arrows. And then you are instigating or starting a fight between the crayman and the others. So that's not allowed for the ghost mode. But we should move this way. No admittance. Well, we don't really care. We want to walk through this way right here, so we're not spotted.
Hello? Is someone there?
This is the door behind this guy that we just saw earlier. If we go in here, we have a couple of areas. right here, but you can't really get anywhere. You can get out this way.
Here you got a pool. Yep.
There's a guard right there, and he will catch you.
3-2.
And that conversation we're going to listen to. But from a slightly different location.
Who's there?
He does hear that.
When are they going to bring me my dinner? That's what I want to know.
I think we have to hide here. To stay concealed from him. Yeah, because he turns around right there. Go. Now we can listen to that conversation. Under here, just some crates.
Here you got a pool. Yep. Zurich over Bonn. 3-2. And also when the war ends.
Huh. Give me 6 on Bonn and, 5 on another 2 years.
Sure. Money now.
Wait a minute. We pay you now, and you don't pay for 2 years? Never mind.
This guy has another copy of the maintenance key. So we gotta wait for him to come back, I think. So we gotta follow him. There is really only one way for Supreme to get down to the ruins. Here. Now we're above the walkway with that guy. Here are a couple of sort of
Was that you?
hidden chutes, and that can take you out to the streets outside the courtyard. So that's the way we're going to leave. And if you have railings like that where the top sticks out, it's very difficult to manage properly. If we stay here, we should be hidden from that archer. We can drop down and go that way. Open this. The archer can hear that if he is too close, so we have to wait for him to sort of head back again. Didn't hear that. Okay, so now we get to sort of a vat or a cistern with more toxicity. So you cannot touch the water. What we can do is if we use rope here. This would work, and then you can use another rope here. Nothing here, so you're in here. And this water is not toxic. So here we can drop. Up to a different room, but we can't go through
Looks
here.
like I can't open it.
So that's a cue that you can't go through that way.
I heard that.
We should be able to mantle up here. There we go. Here's a pipe we can drop down.
Hey,
Don't think we have to make that noise there.
what was that noise?
Might need to, I'm not sure. Good. So now we are... show you where we are now, if I can blackjack this guy, or...
What was that noise?
If we just do that, I'll show you where this is. Go up here, then we get in behind the guard that you couldn't pass in front of the no admittance sign. So then the only way we can go is down this way. Okay, here's a wooden walkway, and that leads up to actually the main entrance, the front entrance.
Someone there?
To the
Must have been rats.
to the precursor ruins that they found. And under here there is a footlocker with no less than 5 water arrows. If you want such a thing. So we can't enter that way, because we'll get spotted, but we can drop. We can drop in here. There's a spider nearby. That will not hear us if we drop on that side. Here is the spider. So we shouldn't have to take a first alert from him, but if you go faster than just creep crouching, you will. Good scene. There we go. Dead end over here, just some kind of machine room. And up here, now we're getting to an area we haven't been to before. Alright. Drop here. This is the pipe that we came out of, you guys might remember, earlier. There's a crayman in here. We can mantle up here. Show you. Here is a footlocker. And this footlocker there are 2 mines. So let me show you where this goes. That just takes you to the inside of the pipes here. This takes you down to the other side again. And this really doesn't take you anywhere specific. So there is really only the other entrance there that just takes you back upstairs. And then you have this one. So how do we... There is another way I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, that's this. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Is this the area that was filled with toxic water earlier? Or is that another area? Maybe that wasn't here. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was, though. If you drop down here, you can get down to the ruins. You can't really pass this hallway. You have to push this Crayman forward. And that's an engine exploit. And if you go this way, this is one way to get into the ruins. You can shoot a rope arrow straight up here, and it hangs down far enough for you to climb up. If you go up to this corner and jump up onto the rope, you can get up this way. This is not an ideal way to get in, I would say. So I'm instead going to go in the other way, which is here. So the only problem in this room is that we have a stationary mage. He does turn around, though. I'm going to wait for him to do that. When he does, we can drop here. I'm actually going to make a real save. Because this is actually a one-way trip. We cannot get back up either of these ways that I've shown you. The only way that we can get back out of the ruins is out through the main entrance, which is there. And that actually will be our sort of supreme demise. If we drop here. We can do that without taking any damage.
I shall build shelters
there.
from the winds, feel the countless waters.
Here is the main entrance.
And burn in eternal fire.
There we go. Let's see. No. This is not the way I'm going. I'm going this way. There are two patrollers here.
Hey, what was that?
I see you there. Come out.
There's a fire arrow in this. And there's a scroll in here that I just want to read. The creations of the precursors are sophisticated. We have found several orbs with glass eyes gliding about the temple. Remarkable that they lasted thousands of years after the bones of the precursors had long turned to dust, and still they performed their functions. How blessed this must be to have an eternal body. Currently I study one, but the order hath withdrawn us from this abundance of knowledge. No doubt someone hath been bribed. How unfavorably the builder must gaze on this inefficient and corrupted order. A change is needed. The builder demands it. Here is one of these Watcher orbs. So yeah, we're gonna wait for that swordsman. He has a healing potion, by the way. We sort of have to follow him back, and we're gonna take a few things on this floor, and then we're gonna... Oh, he didn't come down here at all. This room. 3 artifacts. No, you can't read any of these. 957. Okay, let's head up here. There's an artifact. And then we come out to where that stationary mage is. Get his readable so we can read that. I've heard of your predicament with getting into the main part of the temple. We will bring more of our brotherhood and raise the very rocks to bring use across the gap. Meanwhile, consider this. One of our recovered precursor texts describes a weight needed to draw the bridge to Nlahotep's tomb. This drawbridge, whatever it may be, is but one half of the puzzle. The precursor scroll also notes that 3 deities must be worshipped in the correct order to open the 4 doors to the tomb, which may refer to 3 devices or levers. We believe the order in which to activate them lies in one of the scrolls. Are you certain no other precursor scrolls were taken from the temple archives? So when I read this the first time, I thought that there might be a scroll that I'd missed, but I went ahead and I ended up being able to fix this or figure out this puzzle on my own, sort of at random. So let's see, if we go this way, this is a bridge that has been broken. He saw us. We're gonna reload anyway. In here is a room that is empty except for there are 2 obelisks. So either of those you're supposed to bring with you to open the temple. But thanks to Marbleman's report, which I read after ghosting it myself, I realized that you can use 2 scrolls instead. Or he realized that. And we already carry the note from Dorcas Goodfellow, so we just need 1 other scroll to make that happen, and that's easier. Than bringing that obelisk around, because the obelisk is a junk item. It can't go into your inventory. It's very, very difficult to move such things around. We're gonna head down here now. There, and this is above where I said you could rope up. Jump in there. Kind of a difficult jump, but I'm surprised that I got it on first try. So now you actually get to the level above where we were. You can see out here through these windows. And you can drop back down at the end. But I'm not going to do that now. So we're going to head out here. And then we get to the temple entrance. So we're actually going to go down here right now. This is underneath the temple entrance. Right there. Here is a blue gem that has fallen down. All the other blue gems are up above. We'll get those a little bit later. If we go this way, we will come to the back entrance to the Crayman caves that I said there was a long cave you couldn't go past because you had to nudge the Crayman forward. So now we're actually in the back entrance to that. And here are these little pits. There are these huge Crayman eggs. So I guess this is a Crayman hive or something like that. There's a Crayman. He saw me. Okay. Here is a rug. It's the only thing of interest down in these pits. And here we are safe. There's a patrolling Crayman there, and there's a stationary one right here. He turns though, so that's good for us. And here you get to the other side of that cave. So the way I'm taking into it is the only way. So what we're going to have to do is there is a piece of loot up here. There. We're going to have to shoot a rope arrow up here. There. And then when that Crayman is facing away. Which he is not now. We can climb up. We also have to time the other patrollers, so... Takes a long time between his pivots. There we go. And now we have to wait this guy out. Okay. I didn't think that we would have to... Okay. Take the artifact, and we have to take the rope too, because we can't... And now we have to just sort of make a drop here. What's annoying now is that I can't see. I can't see where that other... I need to get a better view of that. Okay, good. I need to wait for him to turn around so that I can drop down here safely. And you have to drop in a kind of a unique way. There we go. Oh! Drop at the ledge so you bounce out. Almost like that. This might take a few tries. It's a fairly difficult move, this, actually. Okay, that worked last time for me, when that happened. It's just a trial and error thing. Maybe we can jump into a mantle, too. Okay, good. There, we got it. So now we have 1162. That's max. After these caves. And we can head back out. Not here, but here. Then we are actually ready to tackle the temple, believe it or not. And the temple isn't too big. Climb up here. Go. There's nothing really to worry about here. Here's the temple entrance, and here are the puzzles. But first we're going to end up... That is not what I was going to end up doing. Grab these gems. Some of them are a little bit difficult to reach. I think there's 16 in total, actually. There. The mantle system doesn't work if you get a little bit too close to the ledge. There. $14.02, that's what we should have at this point. Okay. So let's see. Here we have then the entrance. So this is a pressure plate that reveals the drawbridge that was talked about. So we can put one scroll. We can put 2 scrolls here. So here we have deity of water, air, and fire. So wasn't it water? No, air, fire, water. And then I think it was water, fire, and then water again, if I remember correctly. Yeah. There you have it. So then we have to do it the opposite way when we come back in. Or when we leave again. So don't touch these, because if you just touch even the underside of these, you take damage. There we go. And here we have then...
Damn, it's a fake.
A glass emblem. Okay. So that's a fake. That's not the real emblem. So when you take that, these close, and you need to grab another lever in order to open those. But we don't need to take that glass emblem. We can just skip it. And instead, we need to go out here. So here there are 5 different rocks that you can remove. You only need to remove 2 of them. I think. There you go. And in the next room here there are 3 artifacts, and then there's the lever that you can use then to open this back up, but we can avoid that altogether. And in the next room, there's a sarcophagus. Maybe it's Lahotep's. The ring. And a necklace. Or is that a tiara? That's a tiara. Or no, maybe that is a necklace. Yeah, the necklaces are worth 200. Okay, let me actually make a real save here. So the area we're headed into now is actually the inner temple, and there are 2 main things. You have sort of a little lava pool in the middle, and the emblem is floating up and down on a little pedestal you see just the corner of there. You can actually grab it from any of the levels, and we're going to grab it from below. But that's the last thing we're going to do. We're going to take artifacts from 4 different sections first. Here. This is sort of the southeast section. Here, we can actually slide along the right side here and get into... Wait. I think I'm too high up now. This is basically where I was just at. There are craymen in the area, obviously. We're gonna have to dodge them a little bit. This is where we came from, so. There's the emblem. Now, once we take that, something's gonna happen, so I'm gonna wait. here. 2 more, and then there's only 1. Section left, and that's here. There we go. 1922. That's max loot for the mission. We don't have to skip any for Supreme. We still haven't busted Supreme. Ah, we're supposed to take it there. Northeast, that's where we need to leave. Let's take it when it comes down. When it comes down, things are going to start to rattle. I can definitely reach it here. I don't know why I didn't. There we go. These start to rattle all around, and sometimes the craymen hear that, sometimes not. They didn't hear it there, which is good, but it wouldn't be a bust either way, because we're not making the noise. Have to head back out here. Let's see, we don't have to... Yeah, so now we checked off the main objective. We have to... You can't put him back right where they go, so I'm just going to put him back. Put him back like that. That's the closest we can get him. You can't put him flat, so there we are. So, something has spawned now when we leave. I'm going to make a real save right here. There are what's called fire skeletons or whatnot. There's one of those that have spawned outside the entrance here. You can hear it. And it has a weird maneuver. I'm going to say this while I read this because I don't want time to go by here. It has a skull that sometimes bumps into neighboring objects, and it actually alerts itself. Not only itself though, other adjacent enemies can also alert, so the mage and the guard in the nearby rooms can alert. And sometimes it bumps the skull into items so much that it separates from its body and it dies. And if it does that, we'll get an objective to actually kill all of these fiery skeletons, which I don't want. Because once that objective appears, there are 4 other such skeletons that are going to spawn. But as long as that doesn't trigger, only this one will be here. So we're going to have to dodge it and prevent, or hope at least, that it doesn't trigger that new objective. It's a mistake. It's incorrect maneuvering of the body. I don't really know how that enemy works, but it's different from anything else I've seen before. So we have to close this door now to the temple, and we have to do that by doing the opposite of what we did earlier. So water, fire, water, water, fire, air. Water, fire, water, water, fire, air. There. That's how it was. Right? Yes. No, I don't want to step over that again. So we're going to have to sneak out now. See? There it happened. It triggered to itself, and it triggered the mages, as you saw. So it didn't see us, don't worry. And there you saw it. It flung off its own skull. It drops 2 fire arrows in that process, so there's a total of 10. And you get the objective, Vengeful Spirits aren't on your list of friends. Eliminate all apparitions. So we have to just reload if that happens. It's a very annoying part of this mission, I think. Let's see if we can actually sneak out of here. Good. Or actually, no. No, that is where we're gonna go, right? We just have to hope now that this does not... Okay. Is that its skull? I'm not sure. Well, we didn't get spotted, and we're good. So we should hopefully be able to go back here this way, can we? Should be able to. Sure what that sound was. So now we have to leave. And as I said before, you can't climb up here, and even if you did that with a stack, you couldn't, you know, return the stackable items. So the only way we have to leave is through the main gate, so that we're going to have to do now. Unfortunately, that's going to bring our only Supreme Bust. We just have to wait for this guy to turn around. We have to return the scroll to the Precursor Museum, and we have to return the Waterworks Master Key. And we have full loot and nothing else we picked up.
And when are they going to bring me my dinner? That's what I want to know. When are they going to bring me my dinner?
Right, so this guy seriously needs to turn around. Now to get out is a little bit difficult, because we have to dodge 2 guards. One of them is going to give us a first alert, unfortunately.
Shall build shelters from the winds. Feel the
And we're also going to have to douse a torch.
the vast earth and burn in eternal fires.
There we go. I'm going to make a real save there. There. That is unfortunately the torch we have to douse, because there is a guard right behind here, as you can see. He will hear that. And then he'll be in a constant first alert state, so we can leave without further alerts.
Someone making noise?
If we go out like this, he will stay still. There's another guard on the other side of those double doors that we saw before. He will not alert to the doors for some weird reason. Why is that I thought that that torch would be... Wait. Did I put out both torches with one water arrow? I thought that torch was lit. I am going to reload and try that again.
Hello?
Yeah.
I heard that.
That's what I did. That is so weird. That is so odd. Okay, then I'm gonna try to...
What's there? Who's there?
Do that.
Who made that noise?
Yeah. If we do that, then it doesn't get put out.
Who's there? Who said that?
We don't want to douse 2 torches, we want to douse 1. You can hear the skull flinging back there. So he does not alert to the door or the water arrow. We have to wait for him to turn around now. And then I'm not 100% sure which way he turns. I think he turns this way. Yeah.
What's going
And we have to sneak now without him turning back.
Who's noising about then?
And that I don't know if I can do here because we might have to use some save scumming technique here because he turns around pretty quickly.
Did that shut?
He'll see us here.
I heard that. Show yourself.
Yeah, my frame rate is so low here when I do recording that I can't.
What's that noise?
Now the...
Something move.
Who's noising about?
Huh?
Oh, he sees me. I just gotta get out of the way here.
Who's noising?
Did that shadow? Huh? Strange. Huh?
He cannot turn around there. I'm sorry, this is not viewer friendly, I know.
Did that shadow? Did that?
Who's noising?
Yeah, he hears that.
Someone.
He just has to not turn around. So here we are safe. Oh, yeah, right here. So we have to follow that archer now when he goes back, and we have to do that when this guy here is not facing our direction. He has to turn around, it seems like. Just wait. Yeah, you can turn around. It's okay.
Did that shadow?
Thought I saw.
There we go. Nobody heard that. And then we have to dodge that archer when he comes back again, I think. Oh, he sees that. All right. Here, and now we have to go back up here, and we can just use a rope. There. Now to get back up here, oh, you can do that. Jeez. Goodness me. And then you can use a rope here. Drop and then land on the edge, which was perfect. And then take it.
Those noising.
We have to wait for that archer again. Now I'm going to choose to go up through the sewer manhole. It's a lot easier when you come from this direction. We'll just have to dodge him when he comes back. So sometimes he walks too close to those vent shafts, so he opens them. So yeah, I like this mission. Probably this is my favorite out of the three, but they're all very good. They're not like stellar, but it's a very, very solid campaign. I like it so far. I'm looking forward to the last mission too. So here, Garrett gives a comment.
Can't get through here.
And then we can get out through the sewer. Gotta make sure we're not caught here by anybody. Yeah, they didn't see us. Now... to get back in here, let's just go through the main entrance. I think so. No, let's not do that. This is the most direct access, I think. climb up here. Okay, they're reacting because I'm now in an area I'm not supposed to be in. So I would probably make it better if they didn't see me at all here. I think that's probably better. Like that. And then I do this. And then I wait for him to come back. Because they will start alerting if I go into an area I'm supposed to be in and they have seen me. Okay, we're going to drop this scroll. Right there. And now... we need to return the waterworks key. The master key. But that shouldn't be too difficult. I just want to check. We raised the elevator, didn't I? Yeah, that's on the level it is.
Though the hand of the builder doth still shape man in the world through our actions, they are legion who do not believe and would tear down thy
work. So if we lock it, but then open it again.
Know then to beware.
Yeah, he saw me.
Though for though the hand of the builder doth still shape man
Wait for
in
him
the
to
world
turn.
through our actions, they are legion who do not believe and would tear down thy work.
Now that is locked. And we can head out. There would be a fire skeleton right here on your way out, by the way. And then two other ones that or three other ones maybe. Okay. Let's end. Nice. So that was a successful perfect thief of City Public Waterworks, Dams of Provenance Mission 3. We failed Supreme Ghost in 2 ways, 2 busts in 1. We doused a torch in order to leave the temple and or leave the Lost City ruins, and also got a first alert from the closest guard in that process. So 2 Supreme busts. 58 minutes 8 seconds, 1922 out of 1922 loot. We picked 4 out of 13 pockets, and that was 1 key and 3 purses, wasn't it? I think it was. Locks picked 0, backstep 0, knockout 0, no damage dealt or taken, no healing taken, nothing and nobody killed. Campaign totals time so far 3 hours, 7 minutes, 48 seconds. We found 6,986 loot. Total damage dealt 0 and received 0. Okay, so the next recording, I'm not sure what mission is going to be. I've got like 3 different missions that I could play. So we're just going to have to see. So I guess that'll be a surprise. But a surprise for me too. I don't really know which one I'm going to end up doing. So, I don't have too many more missions left on my list. I think I have 5 or 6. And I'll give you guys an update on my channel before I'm done with those 6. We'll see. I'm going to step down, basically, quite a lot in frequency, but I might do something here and there. I'm waiting for the Black Parade, which I'm sure we all are. But that'll come out when it'll come out, and it'll be great, and I know that, and I'm definitely going to play that. So, yeah, until next time, stay safe, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.